Alright, looks like that's working. I'm sick and the family's sick. There's going to be a lot of background noise. I'm just starting a new Elden Ring character, and for some reason I was in the mood to stream it. I've already created the character. It's going to be a divine user, which I've never properly played. I think I respect a divine for Placidusax. Let's see, is something going wrong here? Why are we not starting that game up? Crash.
Mary, what are you doing? Let Paul figure it out. Leave him alone.
Got a big discount on this controller from Walmart. It's an Elite Series 2, and I think it's actually really nice to play on. I'm not seeing the desktop audio moving at all. Let's see. That could be too loud, I don't know. Well, it's just how it's going to be. Turning my own volume down. Alright, we haven't done anything, obviously. It's been long enough that I played. I did this when I tried Night Rain too. Rather than hitting confirmations, I was jumping. Heal and catch flame. That's our art. Yeah. How do I, there we go. I don't anticipate beating the Grafted Scion, but I'm gonna fight it. This is kind of a fun area to explore when you first start, but there's nothing around. There's Mirica. Up on the cross. I was trying to switch to my heel, but it's really awkward to change how you're holding weapons, or at least I'm not used to it. I remember I used to use the back paddles instead of Y, and it made it a bit easier, but it's been long enough since I've done it that I don't remember. Flask. gonna do the tutorial. I think it's fun. There's our grace instead of bonfire. Oh man, it's gonna take me a while to get used to that again. Okay. I guess I'm supposed to guard that guy and dodge him. Fortunately, I know how to do that. Is that a phantom? Yeah. Let's change ornaments, change how you wield. I don't use very much magic. I don't know how it's gonna affect his shield. Well, as you'd expect, I guess. It's been a while since I've been playing, so I don't really remember how to break shields. Babies are getting ready for their nap. They're all in a bad mood, like everybody's sick. So they're gonna be making a lot of noise. They could probably do with some help from their old dad, but I'm telling you, I'm tore up from this illness as well. So I'm gonna wait for old mom to ask for help. Poor guy. Most of these dudes don't even want to fight. Oh yeah, jumping attacks and charge attacks. Jumping attacks are a real big deal in this game. If you're new to Elden Ring, they cut down pretty much all of the runbacks with these stakes of mark. I like it. You know, if you're really struggling with a boss, I don't see a reason to force you to. Look at all these guys killed by the soldier of Godric. Let's watch some of them. There he is. Oh yeah, he legit died. depraved. That's a new confessor. There's no shame in dying to little soldier of Godric. He's a good learning experience. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be doing that all game. There's those trees usually drop seeds. Oh my goodness. I'm going to jump every time I need to do an action. This, if I recall, is like a double keystone. You need 2 of the sword keys to get in, and it really annoyed the crap out of me because I think I took a key on one of my first characters and wasted it there. This is the multiplayer items. Oh yeah, I remember this. I got confused. Try lever. Because I forgot this elevator just has a button. So normally you can switch between actions. So if somebody puts a message right on top of something you need, you can always just swap between it. That lever is just if you send the elevator up without you. It's just an elevator call. Seek Elden Ring tarnished. We'll give him an appraisal. This is the item that lets you use these to call players. It worked. That's the cat eating somebody's food. I wasn't paying attention to it. There's our buddy. So if you're new to Elden Ring, these show our graces we've got. We can fast travel to them. I don't want to. You can buy map pieces that will reveal this map. Like it'll actually draw things in so you can see what's going on. We'll reveal the fog of war as we walk around and we'll actually expand the map as we walk into different parts of it. So we don't see the guidance of grace right now. I mean, we can see energy flowing into this side of grace. But what he's talking about is we'll see the energy going off in a particular direction, and that'll tell us where we want to go. It kind of looks like it's going towards that chapel now. So this knight here, I can't beat him, or I've never been able to beat him unless I was with like a cooperator, like there was another player with me, or I was later level. It's supposed to be a piece of visual storytelling. I've heard people say he's here to intercept us. He's a big deal, and he's way too powerful for us right now. You get his nice halberd if you beat him, and he is beatable. It's not impossible, but oops, it's not really worth trying to get. Oh my goodness. We're gonna recharge our stuff for now. So it's just telling us that we have a fast travel system. All right. So our merchant friend. So these guys, supposedly they're pretty heretical. We find a place where these guys were all massacred. Cracked pots. We get a crafting kit. I don't think I can afford much else. Wondrous Physic and Waypoint Ruins. I don't care about that stuff. Smithing stone. I don't have enough smithing stones for that. This game is pretty lenient with item upgrades. At least to a certain point, there's really no. Oh my goodness! I keep trying to hit X to jump, and I'm giving the old flask a slurp. Just a little donkey mount. So this probably looks so-so on my computer, but I like Elden Ring a lot because they made it a pretty vibrant game. You know, I'm tired of playing every game. It's just a mud pile all the time. I remember Jen and I, there's like a medallion or an item you need for multiplayer. I guess before you get a finger. I don't remember. It's been so long, but you make it from earthly flowers, I think. So we had to sit here farming this crap up when we wanted to play with each other, and it was a pain. These skulls are free souls, or runes. You can get them by just rolling into them. The white burst indicates that he dropped an item. It's a feature I really like. Because you know right away, normally you would have to wait for them to complete their whole death animation. And then after they completed their whole death animation, you would see whether they had an item or not. And it would really slow things down if you're doing any kind of farming. This is always a fun area. These guys don't really group up. I mean, they can. But it gives you... I really like it because if you come here, it I feel like it really gives you a chance to get comfortable with your weapon and get comfortable with the game controls. Because these guys are generally just wandering around. They're very slow. And then, no. And then I like the next part too because there's kind of like a nice little fortified outpost for you to attack. So we have a Stake America. So if I get killed fighting this outpost, I'm just going to respawn there, which is very convenient. There's Muad'Dib. So will a running attack do the job? Oh. So one thing about Elden Ring I've found is it's not really Dark Souls. And by that I mean like in Dark Souls, it's unlikely that I would have ever wanted to take a single hit from that guy. I would have rather danced around him for 20 minutes to try and break his shield. Oh. Eeh. Usually the kite shield guys are more aggressive than the tower shield guys. So as you saw there, I just needed to time it right, and he lowered his shield to attack me. I really didn't need to bother breaking his guard. Alright, let's go take a rest so we can get our horse. Gonna skip a lot of this. So as with any Dark Souls, every time you level up, it's going to increase your defenses. So just the fact that you've increased in level, your defenses are going to go up. We're going to put some points into Vigor for a while, make sure we have enough health. This is a lot more fun of a game to play if you have a decent amount of health. Oh, I think that's just a dismount. All right. So we can try to do some mounted combat through these guys. It's usually I have a pretty easier time doing it on foot. The foot knights can be fairly difficult. So those guys are like men-at-arms. But some of these central guys are actual foot knights. You could tell they've got better armor and they've got a nicer helmet. This is a map fragment here. I want to grab it. He's going to blow his horn. It lets everybody know that I'm here, and they're all going to be on alert. Look at this whole army coming after me. Whoops. Forgot how to sprint for a second there. Well, I say for a second, I've still forgotten how to sprint. Let's see here, what are those guys going to do, huh? Looks like they're going back to their places. Alert canceled. But you know what I could do? I could potentially go get the knife real quick. There's only a couple of things you need in this area. Oh, sorry, wolf. I'm going to ignore you. This is one of them. So the whetstone is going to allow us to change out the skills. I can't remember if we're only allowed to change out certain type of skills using that whetstone, or if I need a different tool for some other ones. You want to try and be as deliberate as possible when you're playing Elden Ring, because it'll read inputs. If I queue up 3 inputs, it'll sometimes take that last input and it can put me in a bad position. Alright, we see we got this foot knight here. Alright, I want to get him out of the camp. He might not want to fight me mounted. I forget how to use... Ouch. So, you didn't hear a horse scream. So he's not dead. So I can just remount him. I just got dismounted from taking too much damage. I deserve that. So I'm just going to get the last thing out of the wagon and move on. Ouch. Okay, I forget what item is in here. Oh, the flail. So we're going to stick with the spear for now. So here's the thing. Let's look at our map real quick. So I got the map fragment, and it's telling us we want to go to the castle up in the west. Now, there's actually a way to get there without going through this gate. What the hell do I sprint? Oh, B. All right. So they've got a giant up here. Or no, it's a troll. You see that's their troll there. And this is a heavy fortified gate. And this is kind of Elden Ring nudging you on how you ought to play. Now, I certainly can go through here, but it's almost as if somebody knows where the graces are trying to send me, so they've prepared. But if you look, we should be able to go up and around and avoid that gate. So that's what we're going to do in this case. And I think it's pretty rewarding with Elden Ring, but you can actually access most of the world fairly easily without having to beat bosses. And you can really explore and look for items or look for ways around certain ambushes and come back to them later. There's a giant up there. Oh, I forgot. This is all electrical. Who's that? I'm not getting a good look at that guy. Is he a knight? Oh yeah, and he's mounted as well. But check this out. So we got a jump point here. They'll let you go far in the air. A lot of trolls. The trolls aren't that hard to fight in reality. But we're going to have a hard time with them by ourselves and with basically nothing else going for us. So here's the Stormhill Shack. Oh, this is the War Master's Shack, I mean. I'm not sure. So he'll sell us some of the starter battle arts. Of course, there's no skill. That's most useful on shields because if you've got a shield with parry, then you're just going to parry. But if you put no skill, then your main hand weapon can use these others. Quick step. Much easier to get than Bloodhound step. Impaling strike is, I think, what I have now on this character. Yeah, impaling thrust. I just can't afford them right now. These nobles usually don't actually want to fight. They're usually just scavenging junk, doing menial tasks. They're kind of their nobility doesn't really mean anything anymore. I think these guys are like mercenaries or something. Oh shit. I heard it coming too. Oh shit. Killed me and my horse. I think I'd have been better off fighting him fairly. This is Stormhill Shack. So this is a big milestone if you don't go around. Because you would have gotten through that strong point that we raided earlier. Hardly fought anybody, but if you do, it's pretty tough, especially when you first start. And we would have also gotten through the gate. So with a spirit calling bell, you can summon ashes. So we can take her to Round Table Hold. I forget how to unlock Round Table Hold. It might just be after killing Margot. It might be from something else. Oh, I have a rickety shield equipped, huh? Let's drop that. I haven't bothered to look at my, Yep. Let's see if I can cut down the load a little bit. Equipment. Still medium, huh? There we go. So medium load is fine. The difference between medium load and light load is actually virtually nothing. So I mean, really, I could just put my shield and my pants back on. I'm thinking too much about Dark Souls. But in Elden Ring, I recall it not being a big deal. Oh, forgot about all those damn wolves. There should be a seed here. There's that hell pass I was talking about. Let's go take a look at it. We're going to go backwards, so it'll be way easier to get through. There's a knight with an alarm there. Look at all these archers and stuff. A little troll. Troll's gonna jump down. See, you can run through it, but if you don't have the mentality to just charge through and you try to fight your way through, it's pretty tough. And I think that troll follows us for a while. Here's our wolves. Silly. Thin bones. Can use them for arrows and bolts. I'm gonna see what all this freaking out's about.
Mic off. Mic on.
All right. Poor baby. Had to go to the bathroom, was locked in his room. We get child locks on the bedroom. Look at these creeps. Ouch. I often forget that I can use left to slash left or attack left on a horse. So we don't have to go in the castle. Now this way is going to lead us to an arena and a phantom fight. Oops, that's not what I wanted, especially not here. But there's a way around as well, so that we don't have to go through the castle. Might not be here. No, yeah, it is. There's a path along the cliff. Let's be careful here. It's so dark I can't see. Well, I remember there being a way through. I don't remember exactly where it is, though, unfortunately. I don't think we're going to be finding it right now. Thank you, mushroom. War machine. This is another where we can go around, and it makes it a lot easier. Ouch. Best thing to do is just go to the Grace. And we'll go ahead and reset everybody too. One of your starting gifts is a golden seed. I don't usually take it because there's enough golden seeds to cap out your flask in game as it is, like without even doing like New Game Plus or anything. So in this case, I took some extra cracked pots. So this is Margit here. He's pretty hard. I don't know that I'm going to be able to beat him. Let's bring our buddy with us, Roger. So by taking Roger, it's going to make Margit stronger, which is honestly not what I want. So people complain sometimes about ashes because ashes do not make the bosses stronger, but phantoms do. So if I had a here we go. Let's go ahead and let's try to call a friend to help us. So we have to use this. And give it a little while, hopefully. And we'll start seeing some people place signs, hopefully. Otherwise, I just wasted my finger. Well, I don't think Roger prevents people from coming to help me. Maybe he does. Oh, the summon pool is now functional, huh? All right. Well, I think we'll try to call people again after this market attempt. I don't expect to beat him this early. I think he's pretty decently hard boss. Tail got me. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would behoove me to gain some more soul levels. Alright, I'm going to use one more finger incense. Not item crafting inventory. Or a furrow calling finger remedy. And there should be some signs out now. Yeah, here we go. I'm guessing Roger messed it up. Maybe not. So this is somebody that's planning to be a Guts character. We'll see if he gets summoned. It's always fun being a cooperator because you don't actually lose anything by being a cooperator. Now Margit's going to be even stronger. Yay, hello, thank you. So my job's really to not die. Alright, we after Roger, thank you. Get him, bro. So it's my job to try to not die. Well, there goes Guts. Oh. I thought I'd have time to dodge there. We're not beating him. Alright. It's just time to do some more exploring and leveling up. So my thrust skill goes straight through the shield. It seems like maybe there's an angle where it can deflect the shield a bit, but it looks like it just goes straight through it. There's a bunch of guys hiding in the bushes out here. They kind of make it a little difficult if you're going to avoid the actual ambush. Oh. Because if you avoid the ambush and you trigger the horn guy, then kind of what you saw when I was running up here, everybody's going to just pull out crossbows, start shooting at you. Oh, we don't need to fight them. Get some more Erdly flowers for finger remedy. Oh, I'm never going to catch him. Never mind. Oh, here I think is the way around the castle. Or I'm just full of it. That's where I came from the first time. Never mind. Maybe you just jump down from the bridge. I'm gonna do it. I see no reason to continue fighting Margit. I'm just not ready for him. I want to have a little bit higher defense and higher attack. It's like a finger maiden or something over here. I don't think these ladies do anything. I don't know why I can't talk to her. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 7. Can't really see the castle. It's cool when you can look at the castle because it's clearly been devastated by some kind of magical attack. You can see it when you're inside. It's got a bunch of holes just straight through the walls. So when I play Elden Ring, I just play it for fun. I don't have a problem playing with ashes. I don't have a problem playing with summons. And you can see why. Alright. So again, I'll just run back. No screwing around. Getting fucked. Smithing stone, we can fix our gear. I always have mixed feelings about this part. The first time I played, I just kept fighting Margit until I beat him. And the castle was fairly challenging and pretty rewarding. Now, when I kind of wait to fight Margit until I've gotten a little bit of experience, the castle's just way easy. Alright, let's not waste time with those guys. Oops. Sure, those wolves have de-aggroed, but we're gonna rest and reset the world.
Forgive me. I've been to see whether or not, and it seems my torrent, whereas I merely there is but one I can take you to the gathering place. Very well, let my hand.
Okay, round table hold. Can't afford any of his stuff, but what does he have? I've already got Catch Flame, Fireball. It's a faster heal, I think. Whereas heal's a lot slower. Cure poison, magic defense, and fire defense. So we'll have to get some souls. This poor guy. Roger is not here yet. We'll jump down there. There's a guy we can fight. Oh, how'd you get here, Rodrika? Oh, this old creep. I don't think you can see it well, but he's got a bunch of ears on his helm. We can't get in there yet. Alright. There's our smith. We have to talk to these two to get Rodrika. Okay. So she should be able to start spirit tuning. No thanks. Alright. She debuffs your health. But you get an item that increases your poise a lot. Okay, this is a 1 key. We'll use it. I think there's an item in there for us. Crossbow. Not that useful to me. Yeah, these don't open. You have to jump down to fight that guy. There's also some other stuff in there that's worthwhile. Gideon's gonna go in there. That's his bodyguard. And we got the bell ladies. Can buy the wolves, memory stone for extra spells. There's a spirit calling bell. That's not how we do it. Oh, I just have to have the spirit calling bell, and I can equip. Let's get at least something decent like these wolves. All right. So you get a rune on your screen to tell you when you can summon. Forget exactly what it looks like. I think it looks like a little blue page. All right. There's another castle you can go to the south that's much easier to deal with. But here's Liurnia. There's a wizard in this chapel. I've actually gone. My first playthrough, I didn't know about him. I forget what Marika gives us. Sacred Tears. I forget. That strengthens the flasks, maybe. I don't remember. So he's got all the basic sorceries we probably already have. This isn't a sorcery character, but I remember coming here as a wizard. In fact, I was wanting to play my wizard, but I couldn't remember what the hell I was doing. I was in Round Table Hold, so it was like not obvious what I wanted to do. I was just like, I'd rather just start with a character. So usually, grinding enemies, in my experience, is a crappy way to get souls. So see the in the left-hand side of the screen, there's like a little tablet. That's an indicator that I can. Uh-oh. Oof. I don't know what that smoke does, but Brass shield. I think that's a pretty okay shield. Flintstone Cookbook 1. I see something in here. Just a smoldering butterfly that's not really useful for anything. Or it's a real easy material to get. So these guys disappeared because this outpost is cleared out. And that's the only reason I was able to summon them, is because there's an outpost here. Now that it's gone, their runes disappeared and they vanished. So I can't, like, I don't know, do weird stuff like draw people into this area to try to farm them. With my spirits. So you can also just step on these glowing skulls with can't remember my poor horse's name. Skipped over it, now I just can't remember it. I don't think I have enough runes to level. Oh yeah, I do. So one of the things you can do to prep is just go all over the land and just look for the seeds and tears. And that'll make it so you have a lot of healing, and your healing is just very strong, so you don't at least only need like one. He doesn't sell infinite smithing stones, he has limited ones, but he does sell them. I believe there are smiths that do sell infinite items, like smithing stones in particular. So he sells the astrologer stuff if I wanted it. I think the crawdads out here are actually pretty mean as far as enemies go. I think they're a bit easier than the crabs, or a bit harder than the crabs. I think the crabs are a little bit easier than they are. I believe there's stuff in these ruins, but I forget what it is. And when I say stuff, I mean like some item of value. Maybe it's an ash, or maybe it's something else. Look at this big mask. Oh no, it's one of the flame. It's one of the flame machines. It's broken. Busted marionettes. I think that's Stormvale Castle. Oops. I think that's a church up on that hill. I don't think it's the manor. It could also be I think that's also where the teleports are. This symbol here is kind of like a map marker. If I go there, it'll give me the map fragment for this region. I should definitely go there. It's just straight. Oh. I keep hitting L3 to sprint. I don't remember what game that's for. So I'm allowed to summon here. But let's get this map. There's a crawdad. I want to open my map, but I don't want to turn my back on that crawdad. They have a spit attack. Here it is. Their bells will just chase you, to the best of my memory. Yeah. We'll just reset that. No reason to mess with all that. Huh. Didn't wait long enough. I think exploring is pretty rewarding in Elden Ring.
Hello? Hello? Please. Over here. Hello. It's rather my mistress, but I was at cost. Could I ask you lend that thug me only if you've any Oh, what a blessing that we've met like this. The thug should be resting at an abandoned home, please.
She kind of wants us to kill that guy, but get that bug. I think it's impossible to save him from Dung Eater. Prawn Shack should have been north of there. I'm sure not seeing it. Octopus. The octopuses are kind of strange for me to when I was fighting because I have a weak point right in their mouth, right in the very front of them. And it seems like it's a very dangerous place to be, but it's kind of where you want to be to fight them.
What are you looking at? You trying to start something, mate? Show me, and I'll consider biting. I'm not in love with it. You're a shrewd one, first.
So 1,000 to get the necklace, which I do not have. Let's go get the map shard. Jesus. It's going so. After my map marker, I forgot what I came here for. Alright, let's go hit my map marker, get it off the screen. Alright. So I'm going to cut this stream off here. I have the not so fun task of run around until I find a boss that I feel like fighting, and or even there's a dragon you can kill that gives you a lot of good runes just to boost your level at the start. She's like a crippled dragon, so that's always a possibility. But I'm just gonna cut her off here because it's been long enough that I played that I can't start quickly. I'm not really sure where I want to go or what I want to do. I've run out of meaningful stuff to stay. So rather than just sit here silently playing the game, I'm just going to cut her off. All right. If anybody joined me for the stream, have a good afternoon.